It is WrestleMania weekend. However, it is time for Counter-Strike before the wrestling. NXT takeovers today.
It's also Masters Week.
Is it? What's that, golf?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I know there are some golf heads in the studio. I think I might be the only wrestling dude. I love me some wrestling. I actually went to watch Greco-Roman wrestling at the London Olympics, which was pretty cool. But there's a habit of people just like lying on the floor in the heavyweights because they just like spread it like that, and you can't throw them. But then there was this one match where this Iranian guy won, and his trainer came and suplexed him on the mat afterwards, which was really sick. And his trainer looked like he was like 70 or something.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
It's awesome. It is awesome. Yeah. Anyway, back to the Counter-Strike. I've completely forgotten what map it is again.
Mirage.
It was
yeah.
Mirage. Marvelous. Mirage is coming up between these two teams now. I think it's fair to say, well, Jordan highlighted some things which need to improve on SKCT side, but I think there was a level of dominance as well and outmaneuvering that we saw from SK.
I think in most scenarios, SK are going to be comfortable enough to dominate. And I think the only time on CT side, like in general on CT side, if you're in a spot where you're not necessarily asking for a lot of help, SK is going to be fine. But there seems to be this they just haven't fleshed things out. I could tell on CT side train that, Cold's obviously that rotator inner, and Fallen's kind of like the person who's supposed to intimidate people just from walking out mid as the operator, and they kind of put the pressure early on IV so that if you do walk out mid, they're focused on it. But there's this like blatant gap late round to where if you just came outside, all of SK it was only Fur up there fighting, and then everyone else is like back by IV or bomb train. And so I think over time that'll get fixed. But on Mirage, some of the same issues could happen if they're changing spots. I think the other day I saw them have issues as well. Just like losing rounds where it's nothing to do with skill or awareness. It's everything to do with developing kind of what you expect out of the round. Because as a player at this level, you might be watching someone's screen and say, "Oh, this is what's happening in their POV on CT side." But like when you're playing a spot and things aren't dialed in, you can't help at that level but think about what is not happening that should be happening. So in these stages, it's pretty frustrating, and that's why I'm like confident in SK. I'm confident in SK. This is a cool magnifying glass, actually. It's cool to look at. I don't think he could be possibly looking at anything though, since the circuit board.
It's not that interesting. I'm just looking at the wood.
Yeah,
I mean the bamboo, which is kind of grass, but I don't have anything else interesting
Wood-colored
to look
grass.
at. So it's up there. I really can't see properly now.
But yeah,
I can see now.
I feel like CT side you can get away on Mirage as opposed to Train with so much like Cash. You can get away with a lack of structure, and with players like Stewie and Fur. I mean, last time I think we saw SK on Mirage, Fur was just doing ridiculous stuff like pushing Cat with AWP.
Yeah.
Fallen's finding like perfect timings to like push down into the pit position, and that's just like the activity on the CT side, allowing them to take the initiative and sort of creating like these sort of just small 1v1s or 1v2s where they are sort of out like reading the minds of their opponents and stuff. Like they're just so good at that, and so that's something they can rely on outside of a general structure, as you were talking about, which is a response to things like a site take and so on and so forth on Train. Whereas we know that SK is still pretty damn good when it comes to that aspect of Mirage. So I feel like I can't see the way that Rogue get in on either side personally.
Yeah, it's gonna have to constitute some form of hitting a lucky entry coming out like a palace or something.
Oh look, I can see your bottle of water.
I'm gonna drink it then.
I got wrecked.
I love that response. That's solid. Wow,
you were saying?
You should host now. I feel like you just emasculated everyone else in the room.
Anyways, in 5 minutes we'll be interviewing President Trump. Doesn't it seem like that backdrop? Like when I was sitting legs crossed, I seem very sophisticated. Anyways, I was gonna run with it. We're talking about Mirage, and I think once SK is forced, I don't know, like Cloud9, who they play. I feel like once they kind of start getting that first LAN tournament in front of them, like we're going to see a lot less of these problems. They're just going to start falling off, and SK will kind of regain that structure. But right now, I think they're just kind of finding their comfort zone, and they're a super self-aware team. Even if it's just Fallen alone, he's always been aware of kind of what's uncomfortable, and they work on it. So we'll see it go less and less, but there is some opportunity. Even on Mirage, I don't see as much because pretty much everything is gonna... Are we ready to go live, by the way?
I have no idea. Keep talking.
Okay, I saw some movement from the bodies. I'm trying to read body language here, learn how to host properly.
I don't think I moved
Stop
at all.
talking in the middle of the segment.
I'm looking around, but
Oh, okay.
you know, normally we would be into the game by now, but sometimes we're not. The knife is live, I'm told. Why don't we look at the knife then?
Normally, I would be the guy probably delaying you guys, making you guys fill, because like 10 out of 10 the server, I go to the bathroom when everyone says it's ready. I was that guy.
Well, if you're that guy again, Jordan, I will be waiting. I will be waiting.
Oh, that was like profound.
Well, let's have a look at the knives. This combination's good. And everyone's dead, and we can't look at the knives. Thanks, guys.
Stewie 2K.
Oh, not bad.
I switched up my knives recently. I got my Bowie fade on my CT side now.
Q-pop.
I was there when this happened in real life. I was there. The poor girl standing on the stage. She was like the nicest, like most wholesome, innocent
What are you talking
girl.
about?
Very religious. The woman at our finals, she played that at our finals on stage, standing there on her own, and she messed it up like that. And I was like, oh dear.
Oh man,
I didn't see
She
that.
was
How did I
such
not
a
see that?
nice.
She's like classically
like-
trained as well, and all this kind
She
of
was
stuff.
just so innocent. It's like this is not. This world is too cruel for her.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, that's it. Oh man. Anyway, moving forwards into the game, we will have SK playing a 3-man B setup. So the A retake, and that's an interesting way to do it, considering that Stewie is sitting in Palace. So that's really cool. So that's obviously a lot of information for SK to be able to stack towards the B bomb site. And Stewie's waiting there in case, you know, there's some kind of a rotation, something like that. And he's not overextending himself either. So I like that Stewie's sitting in the Palace like he is. And ooh, you love when you get those pops. It's not easy to do, but Bolts is going to do it. And that's the worst case scenario for a T side, not being able to get onto the site with all 5 players, and they can't even get out of the apartments. This is a huge problem.
Well, Sick has 3 HP, Sick has 0 HP. And that is all I have to offer for that round.
Yeah, and that's all you need to really say after something like that happens. The Silence USP, as much as I don't use it, I sometimes, you know, I just admire that first bullet headshot satisfaction. It's smooth as butter. It's like hitting a clean 9-iron up the fairway, you know, James?
Yes. I wanted to play, I wanted to drive some balls with you. Is that what you say?
Yeah, drive, hit some balls.
I wanted to whack some balls with you at
Maybe not whack.
Beyond the Summit.
Find
Well,
some
for me,
better
it's more whacking or clubbing, whichever one you
There you
prefer. But because we were staying in a golf resort.
Oh yeah, you saw that. I was in my vlog.
Yeah, I
I was
just spent my
crashing
time
every day.
eating in the restaurant though. At
It
nice
is
food.
nice. That little patio area is nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Almost as nice as that run boost. Cadian looking to get Stu, who is tagged up a bit, and
Ooh. Oh.
there you go.
Oh wow.
I mean, after he's tagged, you should pretty much be aware that he's CT at some angle. You just don't know which. So Cadian will probably eventually either sit there or jump across the hole.
Did he put those Katowice stickers on his CZ? That seems like a bad use of them. I must be.
Who,
I must be.
Cadian?
Yeah.
I remember he like cast it or was at one of those, so maybe it's nostalgic for him.
That
Is it mouse sports?
could be. We could
That's
have a
mouse
better
words, yeah.
application. Yeah. We could have a better application of those. I sticker
him.
bombed my red line AWP with mouse sports hollow stickers.
So gearing up for the push into the A site. They've already got 2 tags, as you can see. Fer and Stewie are tagged up, so it could be a problem. But that's a good start from Stewie. Oh my goodness. Well, it looks like this push is getting shut all the way down by the likes of Stewie and Fallen. MP9 plus Scouts. Pretty good combo. And Rogue can't. They didn't even get that much damage off in the end, which is unfortunate. Only 1 player dead. And SK will be very happy with this start. And on this map too, there's something about this map when you get a good CT start, when you get the AWPs rolling in early, it feels like it's very snowbally as well, and very difficult for the T's to find a way back in. And I think it can partially be due to the fact that when you do get the orb, or even if you just play rifles on the CT side, you can do all kinds of aggression on the buy rounds, and it can be hard to predict. Stewie without a tag there, but getting tagged himself by Cadian reliably. Fer wants to get some action, just standing out there, looking to see if anyone's to face him, and he's so precise. Wow, precision.
Precise, quite nice.
Cold as ice.
Goes well on rice.
Take a slice.
Edifice.
That does not sound like it would entice.
No, but it still sounds nice. And
Don't think twice. If the price is right.
Did we say price already? Right? Type night might. Reminds me of Malibu's Most Wanted. I forget it. I mean, would, good, should, could, but you know, remember that with Jamie Kennedy? It's so funny. Hey yo,
Continuing
traffic, looking for my chapstick, feeling kinda car sick. There's a Ford Maverick. No? The A hit coming, 3A smokes, Bardolph. Do you love it or do you hate it?
Let's
It
see.
doesn't matter what you think.
That is also true. We are merely here to bear witness. CT has been left open, which means we would expect the T to push that area.
Woo.
No Molotov to the bench position. There was one on Vice, but the headshot will be even better. Now, this is interesting because Rogue have a number of people all going back to the same place. Are we going to see the mid-rotation? Yes, Cadian's on the way. Very slow retake from SK. And they're not afraid of the slow retakes on Mirage. In fact, I'd say they are masters at it on the A bomb site, but with a new player in tow, how well can they go? They're still not moving off the short position. Just now moving Cold. He's waiting to see somebody's flanking, and indeed, maybe Cadian's made too many footsteps. The flashbang is there, but how are they going to win the round? There's Cadian picked up, but there are still 4 more players to find on the bomb. Defusing, not going to work out for Fallen. Surely it's time to retreat. The round is over now. The round is with Rogue. The round is on Vogue.
And everyone will die apart from Vice on Rogue. So that's something for SK, because they're gonna have a buy this round, and they can get the orbs out if they want. They can get the aggression out if they want. They don't even have to go orbs. They could actually go keep on the Tamasses and do something very aggressive. Not spend all the killer cash. They're gonna get double orbs. They're gonna go maximum spending. All the spending. All the relixes. And Rogue want a... Are they going to go contacts? Or what is the plan here for Rogue? Either way, it's going to be an A hit. Cold Zero's in the bomb sites. Fallen will be smoked off.
And in they go. They need to move fast. Cold Zero looking for a palace push with the counter flashes from his teammates. He may not be detected for a while. Tetris player taken down. Do they even know where he is? It seems they do. Obviously the flashbang, if you get hit by it, takes the sound away as well, but he was spraying for quite a while, and he has kept him in a choke point. He's died for his country. 3 players remain, all still in the choke points, although one's made it to sandwich, and one's made it to triple, and there's GMD taken out by Fer. No trade from the sandwich players. Tico moving around.
Wow.
Fer changing his elevation, which makes it more difficult, and now it's down to the 1 versus 1. The flashbang. Can Vice figure out where it came from? He is against Fallen, who's making his way into Jungle, or Jungle, depending on where you're from.
Yeah.
Boingo,
That
bango.
reposition. Vice was convinced he was still at CT. That's a really good display from Cold of some of the decision making from his position, because all he has to do is try to survive and distract long enough. He doesn't even necessarily need to kill anyone, but it's about creating a spot where those smokes go away and the bomb hasn't been planted yet. If you can accomplish that, then the T's on the site, it gets so hard for them when the smokes are gone.
Yeah. I concur. And he actually probably would have gotten a little bit more of a clean battle, but I don't know if he got team flash, but I saw some flash from Jungle. Might have blinded him.
Yeah, I missed it. But looks like Fer will not miss with the M4. He's going to knock down most of these assailants. Still, the remainder stuck in the apartments. And this is a problem for Rogue. The reset is pretty rough to deal with. 5-1 scoreline for SK on the CT side. And another save round, well, a full save round is incoming now from Rogue.
Eco round for Rogue. They've got a P250. They've got a decoy, in fact. Or is it a flash? It was a decoy. The decoy is in. Oh, Fallen up close to the AWP. Even if they take him out, which they won't, never mind. It's all irrelevant. 6-1 in favor of SK. Not often you see an AWP get caught in the shadow position, but getting caught was Rogue. End of the hook for them. But not the end of the line, not just yet. Still early here, but they do need to turn their fortunes around. SK in a position to start building their cash. They've got a full buy in the hole. But that can quickly disappear if Rogue play their cards right.
So pretty slow start here from both sides. SK opting for no aggression. Rogue opting to just go for a late mid take. And one of the things you can think about SK's, let's say playing it passively here. There's a pretty, if you feel like you're very much the better team and the other team is going to have holes in a lot of their offense, then you don't have to do anything special. You don't have to go aggressive. You can just play very solid and safe defenses, and they will offer up opportunities for you to exploit without you having to go search for them. It is at the very, very highest of levels when you need to consistently be throwing your opponent off their game because their game is so perfect otherwise.
Rogue finally take control of Connector after the second smoke from the short player to help the Connector player out. Stewie was looking around the smoke for the Cat players. Cat players looking around the smoke for Stewie. But nothing doing for either side. Now Fur creeping in. Will he be spotted by Cadian? He sees a foot.
Wow.
A bit slow on the mark, and somehow Cadian gets taken out there.
2 quick kills from Rogue, opening up the B bomb site and doing some damage towards A. They have both options available. It's Bolts and Fur left to try to clutch for SK. This is quite nice from Rogue, able to get the frags. Bolts just sticking out there, wants to fight. Takes Eco down to 16. Now, the plant comes in on the A side, and there is definitely a threat of Fur from the catwalk position, but is Sick going to go to stop this? Or rather GMD, and he will.
Just about.
Like Bolt's chances now.
GMD repositioning off the short area, and that is the round. That's exactly what Rogue needed, a complete wipeout of the SK Gaming forces. Again, SK do have a full buy in the hole, so Rogue needs to win that consecutive round to break them. Break them like the bats. It will be 2 AWPs. Yes, Stewie and Fur. So is this where, on Cloud9, especially on Mirage, when things weren't going the way of Cloud9, Stewie, oh, the third AWP once again. Stewie would turn it on and AWP on around the connector position and get really aggressive, hyper-aggressive. And it seems he will bring that into the fold of SK as well.
Oh, he's doing it again. Fur's walking with an AWP.
Damn it.
There's 2 players.
It's almost pissing me off, even though it's going to work.
There's 3 here. Can Fur actually do this again? Oh, he whiffs the shot! Oh, and the second, which could have been a double, and that's Stewie without a trade.
That was literally almost the same. Like, take the first shot, reposition along the wall, and take the second.
Yeah.
Didn't hit either. I'm surprised that the leg shot didn't apply on the first one. The register, rather.
Coldwell here. Hiko falling back from Palace, however. Doesn't know if ramp is safe or not, so he won't be hunting. Hiko's slowly moving back, so we'll see what SK can make of this. A man down, how much information can they really go for? They've put Bolts in the B bomb site on his own, and he's getting aggressive now. He's starting to look for information, but they've already got 3 people very deep in A, waiting for the info. Foylan's got 2 angles to hold, and they were coming to him, but now there are big problems. 3 versus 5. SK's Cold Zero's delayed the push somewhat. That allows Stewie to peek and cover his teammate. Cadian taken down around connector. There's one more to find. Stewie, how's he doing this? Now it's Hiko alone. The flick, I'm not sure, that might even hit him.
Stu's feeling it this round. All his problem could be is if he overextends here, but he's smart enough to wait for Bolt and bait himself, so he's going to swing out wide first. If he gets too far on the triple, though, that won't be Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
That was very smart to climb up on the bench there to be able to see the
Wow.
headshot angle.
That's actually awesome. Oh my God, Stewie's so good.
Learn me some stuff, Stewie.
He's just Stewie's one of those players. He's just like so fast. You can't really replicate. You can't replicate this, James. It's too fast.
And that's why he's on SK.
Absolutely.
If you wonder why did Stewie join SK, there is an example.
That is actually a very good point, James. It's a really clear example, isn't it? Of because you don't see Taco doing this. Taco's a very good player. Don't get me wrong, but you don't see him being able to do this.
That
So
is a Stewie play.
this is a Stewie thing. So, and that is fantastic. I
I
actually
thought-
never thought of that.
Honestly, if he was a little bit more patient with his shot, he probably would have walled the guy under bow.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
just feeling himself.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
just did the little flick right there, which didn't hurt him because he wasn't going to die either way. He was more focused on staying alive. So, good job, young Stewart.
And they bought 3 ops that round. Let's not forget. And that's oh wow. Fallen. Oh no, he's waiting.
Boygan.
He loves it, doesn't he? He loves those jiggle peaks. You can jiggle peek Fallen all day. You're always gonna die.
Yeah, you can re-pick that as well. Not forever, but it is a confidence peak, if you will. Cadian looking for info. He has the bomb as well, so he may show the bomb to Bolts in this situation. There we go. He's shown the bomb, and he's shown too much of the bomb. Now it is a question of containment. With 2 AWPs in tow, they can put an AWP in line down the B apartments. So this is a really, really bad spot for Rogue. They have to gravitate towards the bomb. They have to. They have no holes to exploit around the map. They haven't picked any players off. They must gravitate towards the bomb.
Oh my God. Ooh, that could have looked worse, I suppose, but it's actually going fairly bad. Vice might have an opportunity to plant here. He goes, yeah, he's going to be safe to nail the plant and actually get an after plant here with the smoke to play off of as well. Opportunity, but Fur is already in a very deep off angle, and Vice just couldn't account for that. So it'll be another round for SK. And it was a good result from Rogue though.
7355608. Can we get a pop song?
Solo.
Huh?
Solo act. I
No.
can do this.
7355608. 7355608.
We're a team, man.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
Simon Cowell often plays the cymbal in the background of his artist's songs so he can claim royalties. True story. It's a true story.
That's
Really?
genius.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Literally plays the cymbal. No, the triangle.
Can't deny that it is genius.
Wait, how does he even get away with that?
Oh, he owns the bands. Who can stop him? Nobody. He's gone mad with power. He's Vince McMahon.
That's actually awesome, though.
It is, yeah, I love it.
He's just in the back like, ding.
With a triangle, yeah.
I'm a genius, ding.
Give me my money, ding.
Wow.
That's actually probably something like a funny. Like he probably would have got paid the same way in another way, and maybe it's just decided that'd be the most funny way to do it. Like-
or it could actually be something for like tax purposes
That's the
to say
pension.
he was part of the production in some way.
Oh, maybe, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
it changes the way his expenses work or something. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
genius.
It's pension money. Wolf
True.
Sujay, where's my triangle? 3 players remaining for Rogue. Sick has been picked off. Hiko emerging from the underpass. Ooh, that's interesting now. Does he make the play towards Cat because the bomb's in Biaps and Cadian's won his duel as well? So surely the charge is on. Does Hiko try to cut off the rotation? Do they gamble? Seems some uncertainty as to what to do. Cadian looking for more picks, trying to cut off the rotation. But they're waiting, SK. Hiko sees nothing in the middle area, so Cadian will wait for his teammate to make a more secure approach. They don't know if the site is safe, but it's their own clock which is running down. Do SK wonder if it's a rotation back towards the A site? Apparently not, because Stewie's rotating off of A, but they're still being very careful about it. Fakes just in case. Now the bomb will go down.
Yeah, really interesting spot actually. See how SK will deal with this. Cadian's ready for a peek from Shorty's being teased. Oh, he's going to reposition here. This is really smart stuff from SK, the way that they are using utility, and that will afford Cole to make his way forwards, but very nicely done by Cadian. There's one. How much more can he get? He's going to have to do the rest himself. There's another shot, but he's going to whiff it. He's buying so much time here. A missed flick. Is there time? Yes, there is. Not enough done by the remainder of Rogue in Cadian and Hiko, and the round will be won by SK. They are having not the easiest of times, but they are certainly on quite the streak of rounds.
9-2. Where is the money for Rogue? Maybe they have to decide if they want to force it up. Second kill from Fallen, third kill from Fallen, final kill from Fallen. They will force it up. 3 rifles and 2 SMGs. We've seen the odd negative here and there, but mainly on Inferno from teams in a better position. Lots of information, lots of dots on the radar for Stewie 2K. May have seen the entire team in mid, but which way will they go? Rotation into B. But now things start to slow down. Rogue reset the situation.
Smart. Fallen will be investigating that eventuality. Cadian still expecting some speed towards the sites, not accounting for the rotation, and Fallen will get traded out, but there's a lot of information now for SK. That actually puts them in a pretty good position. You can see that Stewie has Cat. He's going to miss the flick. Does have an HE as well. Got to be cautious here. Oh, nicely done from behind cover. That's how you do it. You always use that cover. Oh, that is a great way to finish it off. Style points.
Style points for young Stewart. With that nade, you'd almost think he still knows how to play basketball.
Yeah, that was glorious. Bish, bash,
Why you do this?
We cast him around like that.
Slide into my DMs.
Oh!
I think he moved before shooting. Don't even know where that one went. But Fur is here with the drill. The drill dozer for you GBA nerds.
They just try to split A with 4 people mid.
Oh look, it's the bomb.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
So,
Hello.
what are you going to do here? You're stuck in mid, the bomb is lost in connector. You got 5 SK players waiting to take you down.
This looks rough.
Where
looks
is your
rough like
first?
sandpaper.
Where
Looks
is
rough
your
like
now?
other things which are rough. He goes alive for the time being. So many grenades flying through over the connector position to allow CT peek. Weiss has managed to collect the bomb. And there is the trade. Multiple trades. Hiko, oh, he was so close. He is a bit of an AWPer, Hiko. But it's not often you get to see it.
Just really rough, James.
What is really rough?
Shark skin.
Shark skin is very rough.
It's like, it is like sandpaper.
I've had a number of sharks swim into me. And it is very rough. Sharks bump into potential prey to see if they bleed because their skin is that rough.
Wow. That's insane, isn't it?
So they bump into you from behind, then they'll look at you, see if you bleed. If you bleed, they'll kill you and eat you. If you don't bleed, then you're like, I don't know.
Then what are you? Well,
I don't know, maybe it's a tombola. See what ball comes out first. Do I kill and devour? Or do I leave him alone?
Kill and devour. Kill, crush, and destroy. Stewie, Fur, in a great position to get all the frags. Maybe Fur not so much, considering that he was denied. He's with team kill. Thank you very much, Cadian. Okay, we'll get another one. Stewie's gone down. It's a bit chaotic, but it will be under control in the end.
Chaotic?
Upper management have arrived, sorted it all out.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Escorted
Still
Conor
thinking
McGregor
about the
off the
shark
premises.
thing. Did you do whale shark diving in the aquarium or in
In the aquarium in Georgia, yeah.
You never seen him in the nature yet?
Not yet, no.
My dad did that. I've been waiting to go do it. Sounds like a blast. Just like big, slow semi-trucks gracefully just swimming past you.
Nice flick from Stewie, and he will go back. He's feeling confident, and why not? The score is 12-2. He has the information for his team. And again, this is almost Fnatic-esque, where he'll take the risks just for the psychological warfare. At the very least, Fallen on a ramp, a reversal of roles at a high flashbang, but not expecting them to be so deep so quick, and that leaves Bolts alone, 1 versus 3. Moving through the underpass area. Often seen towards CT, and they don't have CT. And Bolts will often be holding that late for a CT side on a retake. So this may not be the most expected position, but Rogue have the numbers to cover these angles. Ika moving to the fireboxes. Oh, that's one player spotted, but no, not this time. 3 rounds for Rogue.
Yeah, that's a grim tale, and I mean, it's what we expected. We sort of set it up in the pregame. There is way too much to worry about when it comes to SK on the CT side. Even if they lack a structure, you have around like around where they've bought 3 AWPs. Stewie sitting in connector. It looks awful, and then he kills 4 people in a crazy series of high octane dynamic positions. And I mean, there's so many players capable of that on the team, so it's very, very hard to get past SK. And they're on the T side now. They've opted to get a couple PT50s. They've got 3 Kevlars. I love this. They've got 2 smokes, 2 flashes. I think this is really cool from SK. I think the utility is underused usually on pistols on the T side. And look how passively they're playing. They're expecting the mid push, and also they're checking underpass, which is the meta. A lot of teams will send 2 or 3 CTs in underpass at the moment. And you can see that SK have just been waiting. They're just chilling. However, it will be the CTs to get the first frag, but there is the response from Stewie and Biaps. Vice in top mid doing damage. Those are the 2 players with no Kevlar and the bomb. They had the nades as well.
Well, this is interesting. Opportunity knocks for Rogue. Stewie with the P250. Bolt's joining his teammate. Stewie's been raid bossed. I like this change from SK. I don't think I've noticed it beyond today. I also like this round from Rogue because they're winning it. Will they win it? Stewie's got the bomb and off he goes. They're all in mid. One person rotating towards A. The smoke to try and cover his back as he... Oh, the GMD see him.
Oh, I love that. That was so sick otherwise. If you hadn't seen him, I would have loved to see
you
someone
might have
had a
heard
game
the
sense.
trash can sound.
Ah, maybe that was it. Yeah, you're right.
It's cool that he dropped Stu the gun, but I feel like he's not a P250. But, you know, maybe that first shot says otherwise.
Bish. Bash.
I think if you fire 1 shot at a time rather than spam, which is never a good idea on a pistol rounds, that has similarities to a USP, the P250. Just need to strafe cancel 1 tap, and if your aim is there, then so is the head. On a plate, on a shelf, wherever you like. Anyway, Rogue are in the driving seat for the time being. KD knows taking some damage top mid, but he's managed to fall back with his M4A4. Does not want to give that one up early. So SK have forced the CTs away. They have forced honesty into the CTs. And Fer has made his way to connector. How far will he go? It is Fer after all. He may simply continue.
One in his head. Ooh, that felt like a frag there. Had a really good timing on the peak, but couldn't connect. Be careful now. Hika's got a superior angle, and he will be punished. But though, oh, he can't quite get his frag. Vice will defend. Now it's Bolt's turn perhaps to walk out onto the site. We'll see. He is likely going to die, though. If he does that, he's now giving his position away. So perhaps he's just trying to get some eyes onto the Palace whilst Stewie and Fallen make their way up on pit. Cold lurking around middle. This seems like a very... I can't see SK winning this round. This is looking very grim indeed. They can't get in.
Oh,
nice.
Beautiful. That is sick.
Yeah, didn't quite find it. There's a couple instances there where SK could have probably picked up some frags, and in the end, Kobe.
Double Kobe. Kobe and Shaq.
Mate, you're not... I mean...
What?
Never mind.
What's Dan?
Never mind, never mind. Moving on. So, full eco for SK. Rogue have actually created a situation where they can do this. They can do this with the run boost. Hello. Ooh.
It's funny because the run booster, everyone wants to shoot that guy, but he's probably the second guy you need to even shoot. Because not only is he flying through the air, but he lands and has the way in.
Yep. Unless it's simple. If it's simple, he will land and shoot you in the face. If it's simple, you have to prioritize him at all times. Anybody else, the man standing on the floor.
Pink like halo floating above his head. Find him. Kill him. 12-6 here.
Yes.
And, you know, if SK were to know that they weren't upgrading the ops, they might. They'd probably just go slow this whole round. Pull them apart.
Wow. Boss is doing an amazing job defending this aggression in Palace. Kane's going to try to drop a smoke.
Surprised he didn't reload there.
He'll get the frag with the MP7. And Vi still doing very good work. Picking one off too, but Cold Zero is ready to take down Cadian. Cold trying to avoid the flashbangs. Stewie, meanwhile, in mid, able to get a pick off into Connector. So trying to combine forces with Cold so they can play off each other in the 2v3. This is a very hard spot, though. Stewie, though, will make it somewhat easier. Beautiful timing from Stewie to check towards Ticket. Now it's down to GMD.
Cold with a smoke in his hand, and it's going towards the CT position. GMD is going to say going past the angle, but coming back for it. Stewie was the one in red. Cold Zero is the one taken out. Stewie manages to trade, though, with 13 HP.
Little 4K there for young Stu as he was the man of the round.
It was interesting at the beginning of the round because Fern did a smoke top mid from the stairs that poke out of the wall a bit, which is not normally where you throw it from, but I think he did it from there to free up Stewie, who goes here instead to throw a different smoke, which he didn't throw last round, and you see again. Okay, there seems to be some discussion as to what they want to do. So, is Stewie going to throw a smoke? Maybe. Stewie, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on here?
Fallen has, maybe there's like some Portuguese or something. And he's
okay, he's holding mid.
There's a small chance that he's like showing Stewie something on his screen and they're talking about something.
Possibly, because there we go. Right, there's top mid smoke, and Stewie was fallen and was throwing another one, maybe for the window. In the meantime, Cold Zero is going to walk into A, avoid the stairs player, Cadian, who is exposed to Palace perhaps, but I think there was a smoke down, and Vice has made his way towards top mid, presumably, I think he was in the smoke or something, but anyway, they've got the kill. And now Rogue have been forced out of the A site. Hiko, the only man not in connector, and this is going to be a very interesting rotation.
Yeah, this is so strange. Rogue sort of evacuating the site to kind of defend from connector, from middle, and riding themselves at the same time. SK trying to get that bomb down finally. So this is interesting. The funny thing is that SK have to suspect at minimum a player from the flanks. Fallen's gone to deal with that. I wondered if they would try to even ignore it potentially, or how they would handle this, but this will be fairly standard in the way that they'll deal with this. Bolts at Ticket. Very nice from Fallen. Good crosshair placement, expecting...
You see how he jumped across it? It's a very subtle thing. Do you know why he did that?
Go for it.
He knows his teammate's not watching stairs, so as he kills that guy, he knows that the guy who's stairs waiting for the retake might have peeked stairs and killed him as he crossed the line. It's very easy for everyone to understand. Again, this is cool to think about because sometimes people don't realize the small movements. Like right here, he gets a frag, and he knows he could get shot from the left, so he kind of makes a little b-hop.
Yeah.
It's good spatial awareness.
That's a fantastic observation, Jordan. Not only do you make me a better player when I watch your stream, but you also make me a better player when you watch our stream.
I thought you were going to say it makes you a better human as well, but...
Yeah, something pro. No,
let's
not go that far.
Jordan's wholesome approach to Counter-Strike.
Too far gone, Dan. Way too far.
Way too far. We've hung out in person. I am not
Jordan's
a great person.
holistic coaching, Counter-Strike, and life.
Very anecdotal.
And
100% of the time, every time.
100% of the time, every time.
I was born in the darkness, Dan.
Got Velcro on my butt.
You can win 100% of rounds in Counter-Strike by being the better team. What's with these misquotations? We're not a news network.
You sound so confident in a delivery of that misquote as well.
Yeah.
That it sounds like you're on a stage and people are paying you money.
Yeah, I know, it sounds so good, doesn't it?
Giving us a quick tutorial on how to kill someone no matter where he's at on your screen. And
That's the bomb, though.
This is so weird to Hiko. How does Hiko want to play this? Like, SK still haven't decided where they're going, so...
And they heard that reload.
Yeah, Hiko does not have anything going for him at the moment.
Beautiful.
Gave the SK a lot of info, and he will go down.
That's why you need to learn to pop flash connector from top mid people.
So in that position, Jordan, are you thinking just should I just like go to CT, just let them plant, and try to like, completely reset the info, or how do you, Hiko?
Yeah, so there's two things there. One, you can't reload, otherwise they heard you, which is why that pop flash came in. Two, you can't play an angle where you guaranteed the double lineup because you only have 16 bullets, and even though it's an easy 2K, it's not 100%. So you could just hold an angle connector for like 20 seconds and then assume that they're walking up cat together or somewhere together, regrouping upper B probably. And then after about 10-15 seconds, you got to clear something. If you sit in the corner too long, that's 50-50.
Right, needs some
If
info.
you move a little, you might die, but at least your odds on finding them are now 60-40, 70-30, and then you have high HP. Do you want to find them? Yeah. I don't know. It's very. That's very like when CS isn't black and white. You know.
Yeah. I like it. Thank you, John.
Yeah. Someone like Crims might be like, I hide jungle the whole round right there. You'd be like, oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. Well, Rogue have given themselves a decent chance in this one. Bolt's is very low. He's in critical condition. All the lights are flashing red around him. And SK down to 4 players. They don't have mid control. Rogue can aggress in the mid if they want to get the information. They've got good positions for it. They've kind of avoided A mostly. Fallen's lurking there. So there's some options here for SK as they look to go B.
Note that Bolts threw the bomb to his teammate, did not throw it on the floor because the CTs would probably hear that and have a lot of information. Ooh, that was a close one. That was a close one indeed. And there's a lot of CTs huddled around the middle position, and they're going to quickly be in position to stop this push coming in. Team flash perhaps, but the frags go the way of SK. 19 seconds to get this bomb down. GMD trying to stop it by making a few footsteps, but Cold Zero will take him out. What a comeback from SK. That is absurd.
Marcelo David.
Leaving
I gotta do it to him, baby.
as the last man standing, and Bolts will finish him off. That did not look doable.
No.
Starting with a nice frag from Cadian on the A side, and just didn't finish off that way. Dying.
Oh my, that frag on short from Cole just didn't seem possible. Just like what amazing mouse control that guy has. Either way, very strong result from SK, pretty much as we expected. Rogue definitely, I mean, they're
Nice.
a team that's, we don't know what we should expect from them just yet, I feel like.
Nice shots too. I know you're watching this already because you like watching yourself, so that was a good shot.
Oh man, that was fun.
I always give Stu crap because every time he asks me to pug when I'm streaming, I'm like, you just want me to die and spec you so you can watch yourself on my stream.
Narcissism.
Nah, yes. I mean, who doesn't like watching them on highlights, right?
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Oh, for sure.
There are the statistics. That was a fun match of Mirage to 1 from SK to watch from SK's point of view, and it did give us some indication as to some of the things that Stewie will bring to the team. Again, like you turn it on Cloud9, turns it on SK as well, and we can see Cloud9 moving to place number 2. Joint in matches played with Team Liquid and Renegades and SK, but they are far ahead in points. Obviously, NRG are probably positioned irretrievable for the most part, but things are starting to shape up on the upper end of the table, and we will see how it continues tomorrow when we will have more Counter-Strike from Europe and from North America. Let's get the thumbs going this time. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you want to be part of the drops. Make sure your Faces account is tied to your YouTube account on your Faces settings integration, and that's where you do it. Then you watch on gaming.youtube.com/Faceit. Thank you to Jordan Nothing Gilbert. We will have Launders here tomorrow, and I'm sure you are back off to sunny San Diego. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow.
So James, just got an email from Faceit headquarters, and apparently there's loads of new merchandise from ECS, and they want us to make a promotional video.
What about that life, Dan? I made a ton of stuff. You know, it's not all about getting paid. I think that's really sad. If you're a fan of crutches, then get your hands on this. But now let's focus on an even greater product, Taser.com.